if she just so happens to be needed on the court and more minutes are required of her.
Caitlin is the best college athlete, let's just say, in the country.
She's still complaining about the max salary being $250,000.
Yes, they've already decided she is she benefits from where the game is.
Are you willing to admit how stupid it was for y'all not to go all in to elevate Caitlin Clark? That's Stephen A. Smith, loud, direct, and unapologetic, blasting the WNBA for what he says is one of the dumbest moves the league has made. Smith didn't hold back, calling out WNBA players and leadership for fumbling their golden opportunity to push Clark into the spotlight. His frustration? The league had the perfect chance to ride Clark's popularity to new heights, but failed miserably. Smith believes Caitlin Clark isn't just another rookie. She's a superstar magnetizing fans, viewers, and attention. And for Smith, the numbers speak louder than words. Higher TV ratings, higher attendance figures, y'all could have reaped the benefits. According to him, this wasn't just a marketing slip. It was a catastrophic misstep that might cost the WNBA in ways they're not ready for. The ESPN analyst even took shots at WNBA legend Sheryl Swoopes, suggesting she hesitated to fully embrace Clark's success. Smith made it clear, embracing Clark would have benefited everyone involved, but instead, ego and poor decisions got in the way. Caitlin Clark's entry into the WNBA wasn't just a debut, it was a phenomenon. From the moment she stepped onto the court for the Indiana Fever, Clark proved she was a force of nature, not just in terms of performance, but also in fan engagement. Her rookie season didn't just break records, it shattered them. Before Clark, no WNBA game had averaged over 1 million viewers since 2008. Yet with her on the scene, 23 games crossed that threshold, 20 of which featured Clark. The Indiana Fever, a franchise that once struggled to fill seats, suddenly became the hottest ticket in town, pulling in over 17,000 fans per game. That's more than 300,000 fans across the season, unprecedented for a team that previously sat near the bottom in attendance. Her half-court bombs, jaw-dropping plays, and intense rivalries with players like Angel Reese brought drama that kept fans glued to their screens. Clark wasn't just winning games, she was driving narratives, generating viral moments, and giving the WNBA a much-needed facelift. This kind of momentum could have been the league's ticket to sustained growth. But according to Smith, they blew it. For Smith, the biggest crime wasn't just missing out on Clark's star power. It was how the WNBA players themselves failed to support her rise. He took particular issue with Clark not being pushed onto Team USA, calling it a lost opportunity to showcase her talent on the global stage. He argued that the players' hesitation to rally behind Clark was not just short-sighted. It was downright stupid. The WNBA's growth, according to Smith, doesn't come from clever marketing or the league's structure. It comes from the stars on the court, and Clark was the biggest star the league had seen in years. You didn't do it. You didn't want to, rather, he said, hammering home the point that the players' reluctance to embrace Clark's success was a costly mistake. Sheryl Swoopes, a WNBA icon, didn't escape Smith's criticism either. He suggested that even Swoopes, with all her experience and influence, hesitated to fully acknowledge Clark's impact. Smith's frustration is rooted in the fact that Clark's popularity isn't just a flash in the pan, it's the kind of momentum that could have lifted the entire league if handled properly. In the middle of all this drama, the WNBA finds itself in the throes of yet another crisis, the opt-out of the Collective Bargaining Agreement CBA. Originally signed in 2020 and set to run until 2027, the CBA will now expire early, with players demanding better financial terms. Their demands include a higher revenue share and even ownership stakes in the league, signaling just how frustrated the players have become with the league's current direction. Terry Carmichael Jackson, executive director of the WNBPA, framed the opt-out as a necessary move to realign the business and prevent the league from collapsing under its limitations. But the situation has created a ticking clock. If a new agreement isn't reached by the start of the 2026 season, the WNBA risks a lockout, which could halt all progress the league has made in recent years. Smith's take on the CBA situation is blunt. He believes the players could have been in a stronger bargaining position if they had embraced Clark's stardom from the beginning. If you went the opposite direction, it could have helped that much, he argued. For Smith, this is more than just a financial issue. It's about securing the future of the league. The pressure is mounting. As Clark continues to dominate headlines, the WNBA is running out of time to align its strategy with the realities of modern sports business. If they can't get this right, Smith warns, they'll miss not just an opportunity, but a pivotal moment that could have changed the league's trajectory forever. Caitlin Clark's presence isn't just felt on the basketball court. It's a force that transcends into the digital world. Her social media footprint has been a goldmine for the WNBA, turning simple game highlights into viral moments. Every half-court shot, buzzer beater, or intense stare-off with a rival becomes an instant sensation, lighting up Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Fans don't just watch Clark, they engage with her, creating a ripple effect that introduces new audiences to the league. But instead of leveraging this momentum, the WNBA fumbled. Clark's star power was unique. Viewership surged with her on the court, with Indiana Fever games averaging over 1 million viewers, a milestone the league hadn't reached since 2008. Yet when Clark wasn't playing, the numbers told a different story. Viewership plummeted by nearly 50%, revealing a harsh truth. Many fans weren't tuning in for the WNBA. They were tuning in for Caitlin Clark. The league had an opportunity to harness that power to expand its fan base and generate consistent interest. But rather than celebrating the boost Clark brought, the WNBA hesitated, and some players resisted her spotlight. Stephen A. Smith's frustration with this resistance is loud and clear. Smith criticized players who, instead of embracing Clark's success, pushed back against her rise. He didn't mince words, labeling their hesitation as stupid and arguing that their actions were a form of self-sabotage. According to Smith, embracing Clark would have done more than boost the league's popularity. It would have benefited every player financially. More eyeballs on games mean bigger media deals, more sponsorships, and better salaries across the board. For Smith, it's a simple equation. Star power drives growth, and Caitlin Clark was the biggest star the WNBA had seen in years. The league's reluctance to lean into that success, in his words, was a monumental misstep. The WNBA's future now hangs in the balance, and Commissioner Kathy Engelbert knows it. With the players opting out of the current collective bargaining agreement, CBA, the pressure to secure a new deal is mounting. Engelbert has expressed hope that the next CBA will lay the groundwork for sustainable growth. But hope alone won't be enough. Action is needed, and time is running out. If the WNBA wants to capitalize on the momentum created by Clark, they need to move quickly. Stephen A. Smith's warning rings louder than ever. The league can't afford to keep missing opportunities like the one they had with Clark. His criticism isn't just about Clark's individual stardom, it's about the WNBA's ability to recognize and nurture moments of brilliance. Clark's rise has brought excitement and new energy to the league, but it has also exposed deeper issues, including growing tensions between players. Rivalries, race-related controversies, and disputes over player recognition have complicated the league's path forward. The WNBA's new 11-year, $2.2 billion media rights deal provides a glimmer of hope, but it also raises the stakes. With more money on the table, expectations are higher, and the league can't afford to stumble. Clark's popularity is proof that fans are hungry for engaging stories and standout performances. But the challenge for the WNBA is clear. They must find a way to balance player demands, foster unity, and make sure the drama on the court stays exciting, not divisive. If they succeed, the league could usher in a new era of growth. If they fail, the window of opportunity could close just as quickly as it opened. Smith's critique isn't just about the present, it's about the future of the league. The WNBA is at a pivotal moment, with new investments and a growing fan base, but also with internal conflicts that threaten to derail its progress. Clark's influence is undeniable, and the league must find a way to harness it. If they fail to do so, more players might start looking elsewhere, following the money and opportunities available overseas. The question now is, what happens next? Will the WNBA learn from these mistakes and rally behind its stars? Or will they continue down a path of missed opportunities and internal strife? The answer will define the league's future and determine whether it can rise to new heights or slip back into obscurity. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think in the comment section below. For more interesting topics, make sure you watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. Thanks for watching.